Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you've been with me for a while, you know me as Brandon, aka the DeFi Guide. But a lot has changed recently, and we have changed the name of the channel. We are now Overseas DeFi. With my friend, my business partner here, Roman, we are building a brand new DeFi educational community. Now, those of you who know me, you know how passionate I am about teaching. So we're really going to be leaning into that and providing the best, most transparent, most insightful DeFi content out there. Quality, institutional grade DeFi strategies, the kinds of things that you can actually implement on your own and put to work for you.
And yeah, and let me just add to this, like we're not here to do the whole Lambo lifestyle, crypto bros, fistful of cash, things that you see all over YouTube. That stuff's fun and it gets clicks, but it doesn't actually help you succeed in DeFi. And what we're building is a little bit different. Like we want to give you the tools, the strategies, and most importantly, the confidence that you can actually do this for yourself and have meaningful progress in your finances and live the lifestyle that you want to live.
Yeah, exactly. You know, Roman, I've been teaching crypto and DeFi for over 4 years now. And, you know, people who've watched my videos, they know what I'm about. They know what makes me tick. But obviously, you're new here. So if you don't mind, maybe give us a little intro. Let us know how you got into DeFi and what it really means to you.
Yeah, absolutely. So I've been an avid investor my entire life. I've dabbled in e-commerce. I've done, Airbnbs, real estate investing, and then I got into crypto in general, digital currencies, a few years ago. And about 2 years ago, I was looking at a video, and it was talking about some of the yield opportunities that you can earn in DeFi. And I was so skeptical that I decided to just, you know what, I'm going to table this and not look into it. So fast forward, I think ten months later, I just had exited my W-2 world. So I left corporate. I saw another video about lending and borrowing and how you can deploy some of your crypto, borrow against it, and then deploy that into a liquidity pool, generating, 10%. And that really stuck with me. So I decided to immerse myself in this space, surround myself around the brightest minds possible, learn everything I can, and I became a DeFi practitioner. So then my family and I, we started traveling. I have two boys and we world school them. And we spent about 7 months in Thailand. And I had people constantly coming up to me saying, "Hey, Roman, how are you supporting your lifestyle? How are you paying for things? Like, tell me a little bit about this." So I explained to one person, talked to them about DeFi, then another person, then another. And then all of a sudden, I'm doing a webinar to 60 people. And that's kind of how Overseas DeFi was born. And then I ended up connecting with Brandon and we right away hit it off, and now we're here. So that's a little bit about my story.
Right on. Yeah, one of the things about DeFi is, you know, it's so easy to make a mistake. You put in the wrong address, you know, you approve the wrong smart contract, and you can literally lose money in seconds. That's why, for me, you know, I think it's so important to explain things in detail and make sure everybody understands. No one gets left behind, no one gets left confused because it is so easy to make a mistake.
Yeah, I can certainly relate to that, and unfortunately, I can relate to that. Like I've made some really bad mistakes in terms of like swapping, bridging, entering the wrong protocols. And then I also made some bad mistakes by listening to a lot of the strategies that are being taught out there that don't align with my risk profile, that don't align with the current market conditions. So you have to be very careful. And what I love about you, Brandon, is like you're extremely detail oriented, very patient, very meticulous about every little thing, like almost to a fault. Sometimes it's a little too much for me, I'll be honest. But I wouldn't want to have any other mentor, any other coach, because I think this is the skill set that you need for this world. There's a lot of risk out there. You can lose money very easily. But with your guidance, I feel confident and I feel safe. And I think that's what you need when you're learning DeFi. So I just want to thank you for that.
Well, thank you for the kind words. You know, on this channel, I used to do a lot of live streams, and I guess you could say I'm kind of famous or infamous, you know, for going on these long, detailed explanations. Sometimes I'd give a maybe an extended answer to somebody's particular question, but it's really important to me. You know, there's a very steep learning curve in DeFi, and at the same time, you know, that's exactly why there are so many great opportunities in DeFi as well. It's that learning curve. You know, there's just so much to talk about. There's so much cool technology. Maybe I do get a little carried away sometimes with the tech, but honestly, you know, anyone that takes the time to watch my videos, our videos now, I want to make sure that they learn something valuable, that they don't get overly confused, and most importantly, I want to teach people how to avoid those common mistakes for sure. One time I actually did a live stream, Roman, for I actually streamed for 7.5 hours.
Wow. You know, that's passion right there. And honestly, like if anyone was going to do it, it makes sense that it's you. So I fully understand that tracks for me. So,
Yeah, you know, I was supporting the launch of a new yield farm. This was back in the V2 days, before we had concentrated liquidity and V3 and all the rest. You know, I was demonstrating different parts of the protocol. I was taking a ton of questions from the chat. But again, it was very important to me that everybody got their questions answered. Everybody understood. No one was confused. And no one, you know, everyone was able to avoid those mistakes. That was very important to me. But I didn't even really notice the time. You know, before I knew it, 7.5 hours had gone by, and it was worth it to me. Teaching and helping the viewers, that's just very fulfilling for me as a human, and that's just what I do.
yeah, I love that. And that's why we've partnered together because like that's passion, that's commitment. You can't fake this for clicks, right? So, good for you, Brandon. That's absolutely fantastic.
So guys, I know that the channel has been very quiet lately, but I've been behind the scenes. We've been building. I'm really excited about what we've been building, and we're just getting started. And the point here for this channel is, again, we're going to lean back into the really educational, really helpful, actionable content. You know, and to be honest, I've been missing this. I've not been on YouTube. I've not been answering questions from the chat and that sort of thing. So I'm really excited to get back into that as well. And especially with Roman, you know, we're just taking this to a whole new level.
Yeah, and I'm really excited for what's ahead. And just to give you a little glimpse of like what this channel is going to be about, we're going to start doing regular step-by-step tutorials that make DeFi simple and most importantly actionable, so you can see and make a real difference in your portfolio, in your finances. We're going to give you behind-the-scene looks at what we're doing in our own portfolio, so you guys can track it, you can understand the changes that we're making, and most importantly, like why. And we're going to give you high value training that we give to our clients. And if you ever want to take it to the next level, we do have a community, we do have a mastermind, a coaching platform where you can learn everything about DeFi. If you're interested in that, go to overseasdefi.com. All the information is there. Yeah, and we're going to provide the link down below, so check that out if there's interest there. But yeah, really excited to start this new channel and give you guys as much value as possible.
So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, share us with your friends. If you know anybody who's looking to get into DeFi and start earning some cash, definitely share the channel with your friends.
Yeah, and just one last thing, like if you have any questions on any particular topic, make sure you comment that topic below. We're going to read all of it and make sure that we're delivering, tutorials, education based on what you guys want. So thank you, and we'll see you in the next one.
Thanks, guys.